Welcome to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. This week I'm super excited. I'm hanging out with an amazing Africa's finest musician from South Africa. This lady is not only a musician, but she owns a record company. She is celebrated with several awards like the Mzansi Jazz Awards, South African Music Awards, and so many other awards. She has also worked with the likes of Black Mambazo from Lady Smith. She also worked with Brahima Sakela and Simpiwe Dan and so many great South African artists. You don't want to miss any of her performances and the interview. Look, this show is made possible by Turnkey Music, a music shop based in Malibongwe Drive in Randburg. If you need musical equipment, you need to fix your instruments, look up to these guys. They will be able to assist you. Check them out on social media or on their website and they'll be able to assist you. You can better still come in store and they have lovely stuff all over the place. They'll be able to advise you on which instrument will be best for your setup. One more time, a very warm welcome to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. Stay tuned. The Sound of Silence with DrumPIPO. All right, welcome back to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO. And like I said, today I am hanging out with an amazing musician. Look, Zoe Modiga.
Yes.
Welcome to the Sound of Silence, my sister.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
It's great to have you.
Yeah.
Tell me, who is Zoe? Who are you?
Zoe is a human being who plays very many different roles. You know, I am a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, I'm a cousin, I'm an aunt. And I'm just a human being who is deeply in love with music and how music is able to be the soundtrack for people's lives.
Wow.
You know, so that's me in a nutshell.
But how did music begin for you?
Music for me, the idea of it at least, I can take back to my childhood. I was born in Durban and raised in Pietermaritzburg, in Bali, Ewan. And it was really just a very kind of like township setting where I was from. And what is quite typical of township settings is that on your Saturday mornings, you'll have your neighbors playing different kinds of music very loud, you know. You'll get the mom that's spring cleaning playing their R&B. You know, the people who are getting tipsy on the other end playing their maskandi, you know.
Amapiano and
exactly,
all
of that, you know. So for me, the idea of music really came from there, and it was such an organic experience of relating to people as they were listening to the music that they loved. And I thought they were impacted by their music, and I wanted to impact people the same way that the music that they listened to impacted them. You know?
So why did you decide to study music, and at what point?
So studying music was a natural progression, and I feel like the study of music was happening when I was young already, just as an observer of what music meant to people and their lives, you know. But I got the opportunity because my aunt went to work very close to the National School of the Arts. And she was like, we really need to make sure we enroll her into that school, you know. So thanks to my aunt, I was able to get a lot of classical training there. And then it was very natural to then study music in Cape Town afterwards.
Wow. Look, one thing I've realized about you is the way you dress. It's quite unique. I mean, how do you do that? Do you design your own clothes, or does somebody take care of that?
So I collaborate with stylists from time to time. Neo Serati, Ntabiseng Mulebeledi, and Tatenda Chidora are kind of like my image designers. But on a day like this is just something that's in my closet that I put together. So I really like the idea of having an identity in music and also having an identity with my image. And I like to have fun with it and not make any rules and just put on what feels right at the time, you know.
I see. But then those people, do they I mean, do you have a particular trend? Like, do you go African, or do you go, you know, do you mix it up, or how do you come up with the fashion idea, the fashion sense?
You know, I think it's a collaborative thing with everyone. a lot of the times the actual image design is focused on the album covers.
Yeah.
You know, and from the album covers, I try to find different ways to reinterpret that. And I think for me, it's important as an African to be able to explore what being African means within my fashion.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't necessarily just mean having patterned clothes or having certain kinds of hats, you
Yeah,
know. But
yeah.
I do collaborate those themes from time to time and move in and out of it. And then there's just things that I like shiny clothes
Yeah.
and tassels and things that move, fabrics that move well, you know, and things that look good against my skin tone as well. So I really try to have fun with it and
That's
just
right. That's right.
redefine what the modern young African looks like.
Yeah, yeah. So when we talk about your music, where do you draw your inspiration?
I draw my inspiration from the human experience.
Okay.
I always would like to think that the idea of human beings existing is one of the most difficult and beautiful tasks that we can be awarded with taking, you know?
Yeah.
But I think by mere fact that we are in the world, we're racing to be here, literally. And we fought to be here and to be born. And I find that so beautiful and so poetic and so fascinating. And so the human experience for me is such a good guide in terms of the kind of stories I want to share.
That's right.
I want people to feel that they are recognized, that there is a safe space for them in my music,
Yeah.
that they can cry with my music, they
Yeah.
can dance and celebrate with my
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
they can think with my music.
That's right.
So I really enjoy that.
Anyway, talking about music, we are not going to waste much time. I am eager to hear what you will be performing for us. What have you planned to perform for us?
Yes, so I have planned Umdali
Okay.
and Isekazini.
Which one goes first?
Umdali goes first.
Okay.
Umdali is like the dedication to the creator and the fact that we're all creators amongst us. And Isekazini is just reaffirming that by saying everything that we need is inside of us.
Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, I won't take much of your time. We'll just ascend the stage and then we'll come back and have some more talk.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take it over.
Wadala umdali, wadala abantu, ebadala ngemicabango yakhe. Wanelege moyeni, wabanika ithemba lakudala. Uma sizifiso ezabaphambili, amaphupho akudala sizowafeza kanjani na? Asidinga, asicelile, ayasidinga amaphupho abo azofezeka. Njengoba kusho umdali, wadala umdali, wadala abantu, ebadala ngemicabango yakhe, wanelele emoyeni, ebafanisa naye, wabanika ithemba lakudala. Uma singasizifiso ezaba phambili, amaphupho akudala sizowafeza kanjani na? Bayazidinga, basicelile, bayazidinga, basicelile, likhona ithemba ukuthi amaphupho abo azofezeka. Njengoba kusho umdali, njengoba kusho umdali, njengoba kusho umdali, njengoba kusho umdali, njengoba kusho umdali.
All right, welcome back one more time to the Sound of Silence with myself, DrumPIPO, and it's Zoe Modiga. Look, you heard that music. Beautiful music indeed, my sister.
Yes.
That was good.
Thank you.
How do you hit those notes? I mean, how do you do that?
Ah, goodness. You know, I feel like with music, especially as singers, we have the device of lyrics. And lyrics are what tells the story.
Yeah.
And I think what I do then vocally and melodically is just being true to what those lyrics are saying. You
Yeah.
know, so I try and make sure that the melody tells the story that the words are already telling. You know, and I would say then that's how I hit the notes.
Yeah. But how did the song come about? How did you write it?
Umdali was really a song that was inspired by conversation.
Okay.
And conversation that was really centered around the idea of having a creator and the idea of being created in the image of a creator.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of spiritual context to that as well.
Okay.
But I think with this song, it really kind of matches that with the idea of ancestry. Because, you know, especially amongst us as Africans, there's always been this thing of demonizing our
Yeah.
ancestry,
Yeah.
but then seeing God as, you know, the higher power.
Yeah.
And this song really just kind of redefines that in the sense of God still being the higher power,
Yeah.
who created our ancestry that
Yeah.
we come from, and the fact that we are then gods amongst each other as well, you
Wow.
know.
Wow.
So I suppose it's then a way to kind of reclaim our spirituality,
Okay.
and to see that that is powerful and that is beautiful and that is something worth seeing and celebrating. You know?
How much music do you have out there?
So I have a debut album
Okay.
called Yellow the Novel that I released in 2017.
Okay.
And then in 2020, that's where I released my sophomore album, Inganekwane. And I've been so blessed to do a lot of features with artists like Munei, Ndabo Zulu, and the Umgiti Ensemble,
Yeah.
Kekelingo, Amanda Black. And
Yeah.
it's really just the beginning of being able to work with different kinds of artists.
But you sound very excited about the whole music industry. I mean, what excites you so much about it?
I think I'm more excited about music
Yeah.
than the music industry. Music is something I'm always so passionate about and
Yeah.
have been passionate about for a long time.
Yeah.
I've really spent the hours with the craft, and I've really had so much favor with regards to the path that has been chosen for me. I think I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to the music industry.
Okay.
Because I think it focuses on a lot of things that have nothing to do with music and the power of music.
Yeah.
And sometimes it kind of wastes away the magic of what music is to me.
Yeah.
But I think the benefit of the music industry is that you can exist in your left brain and
Yeah.
be more business-minded,
Yeah.
and collaborate with other artists that speak the same language that you do or think similarly to you.
That's right.
And I think that's the power of that, you know.
Would you change anything in the industry if you're given the opportunity?
I would definitely change quite a few things. I think one of the things that I would change is the idea of gatekeeping.
Okay.
And the idea of giving artists a chance based on what you can get from them, you know,
Yeah.
so payola and all
Yeah.
these kind of constructs that
Yeah.
have been put into
I
place
think you
where
should
you have
start
to.
that one. You need to start from West Africa.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Western.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
But I
it's
think
also
it's such
good.
a horrible industry
In
standard.
a way, it's also good because if you have the backs, then you get airplay.
But the thing is, the problem with that is that if it's a matter of having the bucks,
Yeah.
it's not about the message, it's not about the image, it's not about what you are sharing with us,
That's
it's not
true.
about the standard.
That's right.
You know? So for me, I think those things are so much more important than just having the bucks.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't have the bucks,
Yeah.
but we still know what we're doing, and we still take what we do seriously.
Very
We take
true.
our audiences seriously, and we just want to give the best of what we can, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So tell me, the people who are looking at you and wanting to be you one day, not be like you, but wanting to be you, the way you dress, the way you handle yourself and everything, what is your word of advice for them?
I would say they shouldn't want to be me. It's a losing game. There's only one Zoe Modiga, and it's as designed, you know.
Yeah.
But there's only one of them as well. So instead of wanting to be me, they should just want to be more of themselves, and they will find that there will be nothing like that. And that's a very powerful place to be, where you can just be more of yourself. And being more of yourself is a lot more challenging. I think that's why we hear our heroes say, always be yourself. Because you realize, especially in the industry, that the more you do what it is that you do, the more there's these certain trends and things that, you know, seem like the right thing to do. But if
Yeah.
it doesn't resonate with you, you
Yeah.
pull away from the idea the audience has of you and the way you've captivated them. So your superpower becomes being yourself, actually.
That's right. That's right. That's right. What can people expect from you in the near future?
I think people can expect me to tour a lot more
Okay.
in the country, in Africa, the continent, and in the world at large. I feel like my message is for us as a black people and as a people of color, but I think it's for all people as well. And
Okay.
it can be a message that can heal and restore us on a human level and on a soul level.
Okay.
And I'd love to collaborate with more artists and to do things even outside of music,
That's
you
right.
know.
That's right.
So we'll see how it goes.
How can people get hold of you?
If people would like to communicate and to connect with me, they're welcome to follow me on Instagram
That's
at
right.
Zoe Modiga,
Okay.
on Twitter at Zoe_Modiga, on Facebook at Zoe Modiga, and they can go to my website www.zoemodiga.com.
That's right. You know what? Amazing. I can't wait any longer. I want to listen to your second song. And
All
then,
right.
look, all the best with your music.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Take it over.
For sure.
Ngicela ningizwe kahle ngifuna ukushintsha umhlaba Ngicela ningizwe kahle ngifuna ukushintsha umhlaba Nginenceba mina nceba mina Nginenceba mina nceba mina Nginenceba mina nceba mina Nginenceba mina nceba mina Lento isegazini, isegazini. Lento isegazini, isegazini. Ay, 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 ay. Ngicela ningizwe kahle ngifuna ukushintsha umhlaba mina Ngicela ningizwe kahle ngifuna ukushintsha umhlaba lo Oh Nginenceba mina nceba mina Nginenceba mina nceba mina Nginenceba mina nceba mina Nginenceba mina nceba mina Lento isegazini, isegazini. Lento isegazini,
All right, guys, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, myself, and my guest, Zoe Modiga, on The Sound of Silence. It's been amazing. Did you hear that music, those notes? I really enjoyed myself, and I'm sure you also did. Look, I will see you next week, same time, same place. Until then, keep well. God bless you. Bye-bye.